About a year ago, my son and I decided to start brewing. So we had an old two burner thing, and we put a couple pots on it, and we're lifting stuff all over the place, and it was really cumbersome. And so after Eric had a back operation and I had a bad back, we decided we needed to make it easier to brew. And so we set up some goals. We decided that we wanted it small because we have a very small space that we brew in, and we wanted to make it a little bit automated. So we put a pump on it and put the hoses and the fittings, the cam lock fittings on it, and we wanted to make it inexpensive. So I had some steel laying around off an old exercise machine, and I went out and bought a couple of pieces of 2x3 rectangular tubing, and we welded this up, polished it up, and put it together, and it works just great. So we made one batch with it, which turned out wonderful. Today we're going to brew our second batch, wearing our company t-shirts with their bullseye logo on them.
Well, let's see the back of that, Dad, because that's the tagline, hits a spot every time. That's what I'm talking about. Right. So take us through the brew rig here, kind of piece by piece, and let's talk about
kind of how it operates too. With a, all right. So this is a cooler. I can't remember how many quarts it is, but we only brew 5-gallon batches, so we don't need a huge cooler. And this one works real perfectly for us because it does a couple of things. So this is our mash tun. So we pump water out of our kettle here. This is our mash kettle. We just pump hot water up into here. The other advantage of having this kettle here is that it helps keep the mash tun warm, so we never have to worry about the temperature falling off. So it works really well. So then after we pump this up and we've mashed out, and then we gravity flow the beer into our boil kettle, and
it looks like a keg.
It is an old beer keg modified. So, and then out of that, we after it's boiled off for whatever time our boil is, we hook up our. We have a wort chiller. It's an old medical piece that we found. Works very well. We stick it in the sink with a bunch of ice, and we pump our wort through this to chill it. So that's pretty much the system. Oh, the other thing we have is a filter. And there's a screen that so we can keep the large pieces of particulate out of the wort.
Is there anything special about the inside of your cooler?
Oh yeah, the cooler has a custom-made drip system. It's got holes, opposing holes, so the spray in there is very fine, and it shoots across, so it gets a real good pattern, and works for sparging very well.
Come on. Alright, well let's crank it up. We're doing a nut brown ale. We're going for a 154 degrees, so we're right about 150 right now. We'll crank that back on and get some water flowing.